In the first part, we learned the core values that divide up notes in a piece of music. Make sure you've been through that lesson before you continue here. Once you're confident with differentiating the individual note values, it's time to start combining them so you can transition seamlessly between note values across single and several measures. Starting with single measure repeating patterns. This sequence transitions from a half note to 16th notes on the third beat. Let's make it a little more complicated by breaking up those 16th notes with an 8th note. You may find creating timings easiest this way, starting with straight runs of notes and then breaking them up with longer notes, through which you can add techniques such as bends and slides. I tend to think of these breaks as punctuating your phrases, like you would with words. Another sequence, transitioning between quarter, 8th and 16th notes. I'm sure you can already see the countless possibilities we have to create our own timings based on combining these core note values. You'll notice in the previous exercise that we had two 16th notes at the end of the measure. So 16th notes don't always have to be in groupings of 4. For example, we could use a repeating group of 2 16th notes throughout the measure as follows. Sometimes, of course, a straight run of notes will fit the sound you're trying to create, but just be aware of how breaking them up can give your leads some breathing space and allow for more articulation. Playing off the beat is an easy way to inject life into your lead playing. Starting with quarter notes, if we positioned each quarter note sequentially on the "and" in between the beats, we can create what is known as syncopation, which can be described as a placement of rhythmic stresses or accents where they wouldn't normally occur. By accenting those offbeat positions, we can give our lead a more propulsive momentum. Let's try an exercise that includes these offbeat quarter notes. Now for something a little more advanced, using 8th notes. Before, our 8th note started on either a beat or on the "and" in between the beats. But what if we were to play 8th notes starting on the E or A in a measure? Again, this gives us a syncopated timing. This kind of offbeat timing is the basis of groove, which we'll explore in more depth in a later part. But let's try building an exercise around these offbeat eighth notes. So, a good deal to think about and practice. If you'd like more help with the timing elements we've looked at, head over to the lesson page where you'll find more exercises and free print sheets for creating your own timing exercises. Cheers.